Alrighty, folks, we're here for round 2 of Grand Prix Halls of Valor up against Kilgaris on Mono Black Aggro. It's going to be an interesting one, but let's get right into it. Definitely a matchup where I want to win the die roll. Opponent rolled a 12. Rolled a 14. Hell yeah. So we're going to resolve mulligans, and then we will load up the plane. I may just keep us on this perspective and keep you all posted on what the rolls are. Primal Fisher, I've got them all. Can't keep a one-lander, especially with only 1/2 drop in hand. I need to get very lucky on draws there, and I'm not taking chances here. This is also rough, but this is workable. Yeah, Herald of Awakening makes this workable. I could go Herald of Awakening. I can just spin if I'm on a bad plane turn 2, and I can play Corrupt Congressman on 3. That's serviceable. If I play Corrupt Congressman, I honestly think I'm going to be taking the path of the Tyrol Pledge. We get okay, your deck's wild. Opponent's deck is scary, to say the least. We're going to put a Swamp to the bottom, I think. Just ship that off for now. Second Swamp is important, but so is second Island. We will go to Upkeep. Just confirming. Opponent good to do first Planeswalk. We are going to the Crossroads, one of my opponents. Yep, Kilgaris grabbing it from sideboard here. Cool. So Crossroads here, whenever we attack, one of our creatures can get +X/+O until end of turn, where X is the number of types among attacking non-coward creatures you control. And whenever chaos ensues, you choose a creature type, you create a 1/1 with haste of the chosen type. Gonna roll before I take any game actions here. I rolled chaos. All right. All right, so I make a 1/1 with haste of the chosen type. Tough choice to make here. So I can make a golem here, at which point any golem I draw is uh, uh there's a workaround that Cajun has outlined for how to get things to roll properly. Just clarifying what D6 results are going to be Planeswalk and Chaos, just so that way we're on the same page moving forward. 6 is Chaos. I assume 1 is Planeswalk. I think ultimately letting any of our golems be online with Crossroads is just going to be the best course of action. So we're going to make the red ragtag, set annotation to golem. Oh, I was thinking about like uh I was thinking about Crossroads being creature types you control, but it is only attacking, so would have only ever been 2 damage this turn. We're going to draw a card, then discard a card unless we control a Ruin. That's a little awkward. I am thinking I'm just going to pitch the Nascent Light Vein. Maybe I pitch the Fisher? I'm going to pitch the Light Vein. Combat. We get in for 2. And then we pass. So if our opponent rolls Chaos, that is going to be... Oh! They drew a card extra by accident. Okay, they've just shuffled. That's good. Good to roll with that. No need to get a judge. Rolling here. So we'll just have the roll in chat from now on. Did they roll in? Oh yeah, they are connected. Okay, cool. So they did roll in Lackybot. Sweet. Aphanize Reveler, thinking we're gonna hold up the ragtag from now on so we can just block that. We'll go ahead and untap and draw and Unspeaking Titan. Yes, please. That is everything we want to see here. I think we're going to go Swamp, Unspeaking Titan, hold Primal Fisher. Do we roll? I think we roll. Doing free roll. I rolled a blank. Not going to do another roll here. Going Swamp. Unspeaking Titan. All of our golems have Ward 1. We're going to go ahead and stun the Aphanize Reveler. Keep it tapped so it cannot get in next turn. And we have 3 golems on turn 2, meaning we can swing with the Unspeaking Titan starting next turn. This is kind of nutty. Let's go ahead and swing on in with the Ragtag for 2. Yeah, opponent's got it. Chaos Roll on Crossroads on turn 1 there, really doing wonders to redefine how this game's going to look for game 1 here. Even relatively tame planes like this, you know. Yep, Kilgar's rolling a 5 on the d6. Fenax's Touch. Think we're ultimately just going to pitch this Primal Fisher. Oh, they're playing Touch. So notably this is no longer stunned, but we're going to be stunning it again. Taking a moment to think on the second discard here. Congressman with Tyrell is pretty good, and it gives us something to spend our mana on moving forward. I think we just want to keep the third land. I think we're just going to pitch the Congressman. Opponent passes here. We're going to go ahead and untap and draw a Grassroots Campaigners. Nice other thing to do. Checking over. Doing the free roll. Roll is blank again. Just going to go ahead and run out Forest. Notably, Human Advisor, so we're going to start getting more damage off of the Crossroads moving forward here. Tap 3 for Grassroots Campaigners. Empty-handed, so hand attack is no longer going to do anything meaningful to us. We are going to go ahead and I think where we're at right now, let's go Penwrath Insurgency. We do not need to really rush a bunch of mana into play. We don't really need to surveil. Let's just jam the damage. Combat. Tap here. Crossroads our golem. Connect for 5. And opponent just keeps their Reveler tapped. And we're in the driver's seat, but we are out of gas. So if our opponent can start to stabilize, that is going to be pretty good for them. They did just spend their turn last turn. Okay, they're going to Final Fate paying the ward. So that is Unspeaking Titan down. Still not rolling for our opponent. We're going to go ahead and untap and draw. I think now we want to go to combat before we roll. I think here's what we're going to do. We're going to play land, buff up the ragtag. So that's 6, 7, 8. Oh, we just have lethal. Because we have 8 plus 3 creature types attacking. Yeah. Holy cow. Using our opponent's plane against them. Never even got off the plane. All right. Love to see that. Moving into game 2. Our opponent is on a lot of kind of scary things. So there are a lot of smaller creatures. Some of them that scale. Pressuring Ghoul can scale if we run out of cards in hand. Rooftop Slink can scale if we run out of cards in hand as well, if they can flip it. Aspect of the End dodges our a lot of our removal. I think it dodges all of our removal, actually. Kamente's Circle can punish our removal. So they have a lot of game into what we have going on. And they do have some pretty. I'm just going to shrink their planes here so we can see their full sideboard. They do have some ways to kind of check what we have going on. As far as what we've got in our sideboard, I think their curve largely stops at 2. Kind of peaks up to 3. With Barbarous Rough Rider, we could get away with boarding in the Judge, Jury, Executioners. Like, I don't know if Unyielding Titan is super important. I think Gaze Upon Civilization. No, because like they don't have ways to check Gaze, and this can just let us come back into the game pretty effectively. No, it requires us to have a board, and having the board is going to be a little difficult. No, because, see, I'm waffling on this Gaze Upon Civilization here in this matchup, because we do have ways of making sure, mono black, they can't deal with our enchantments. And with that in mind, we've got 8 cards that can pledge, so Gaze Upon Civilization can pretty reliably be 3 or 4 mana cards off the top of our library. So maybe we do want the Gaze Upon Civilizations. I think what I can confidently say is Chronicle of Precedence is too cute in this matchup. I think taking out Chronicle of Precedence makes choices on fetches much easier. We just try and grab our black sources for Chronicle of Extinction and Final Fate. We want the extra copies of Final Fate for sure. We want, because for the same reason that I was talking about, like, their curve stops at 3 for their creatures, so Judge, Jury, Executioner can kill a lot of things. I think Final Fate kills a lot of things as well. I think we are going to go up the Final Fates, go up the Judge, Jury, Executioners. We could just call it there. Maybe we play extra Chronicle of Extinctions. Maybe we play Turn to Nyx. They don't mill themselves. Athonized Reveler only mills us, not them. Yeah, I think with Athonized Reveler only milling us and not them, we can... Another hard thing. Turn to Nyx does check some of their scariest cards. So because Turn to Nyx checks those scary cards, maybe it's worthwhile to consider running it just for the sake of, our opponent has lost connection to the game. Maybe it's worth running Chronicle of Extinction just for the sake of keeping or running turn to Nyx for the sake of being able to, in the mid to late game, have an easy check to what our opponent is doing and keep them off of some of this nonsense. I think if we're going up the turn to Nyx, I think we're not playing the Gaze. Still thinking. I think we're not playing the Gaze upon Civilizations, and I could see maybe cutting some Corrupt Congressmans. I think we're going to cut some Corrupt Congressmans. So, we've got full 4 Final Fates. We're boarding in 2 Final Fates, 2 Judge, Jury, Executioner, 4 turn to Nyx. We may bring in the Chronicles on the play in Game 3 if we get to Game 3. We may bring some other things back. I think I like it like this. Opponent's going to take the play here. Another 1-lander. Oh, opponent mulligans as well. This is... It's workable. We could just drop the Herald of Awakening. Let's drop the Unyielding Titan, keep like this. Ooh. Accidentally said 5 instead of 6, but keeping 5. Or keeping 6. I confused myself with my own words. All right. New game. We are starting on the Justiciar Test Lab. Another one of my opponent's planes. Not a great feeling. This one is even worse for us. This is not one I see us really ever being able to effectively use. So I will be taking every free roll I get the chance to take, I suspect. They're making a Menace Gadget on arrival. Or on upkeep here. Swamp for land for turn. They're rolling immediately, trying to deny us the resource. I assume they said good RNG because they just got chaos. Okay, they rolled again. Nothing happened. I assume they got chaos off of Justiciar Test Lab. Untap upkeep. I am going to create a flying gadget, I think. And draw. Primal Fisher's great here. No longer need to play the Nascent Light Vein, which means we can play Herald on 1. Go find that island. And this also means we have a land in our graveyard for Unflinching Titan now. Run out that Herald. Draw Chromagoyf. Gonna go ahead and pitch Nascent Light Vein and pass it here. Chromagoyf, I will just pitch to hand attack if necessary. But not preferred here. Opponent paying 2. Oh, I meant to roll. That is a mistake on my part. Aspect to the end. I meant to roll, and my opponent got another gadget out of the equation. That's awkward. Gonna go to upkeep, or untap, and then upkeep. Gonna make the flying gadget again, and then we're gonna draw. I might go Chromagoyf here, just because there's nothing to stun with Unspeaking Titan. I also rolled chaos. Sounds like we are going to just do D6s here from now on. Forest as land for turn, and Chromagoyf as another 2/2. Now we're just going to pass. Opponent has the old version of Pressuring Ghoul. Pull of Tyzerus, pulling our Chromagoyf. Oof, that is rough. Is there animating aspect at the end? I'm just going to take the block here and take 2. I'll kill the aspect at the end while I get the chance to. And I have a Flying Gadget. Roll a 6-sided dice. No luck. I could Unspeaking Titan here rather than going for Unflinching Titan, but I think I want to just go Unflinching here. I think I'm going to go Unflinching Titan, get Nascent Light Vein on black, and try and roll again. View top 1. Keep the Judge, Jury, Executioner, because mana value less than or equal to the number of colors among permanents you control means that if they don't remove Unflinching Titan here, I can kill this Pressuring Ghoul next turn, which means maybe I just let it get a counter next time they get a landfall. Nascent Light Vein, set annotation to black, so it'll untap. Roll a d6, roll a 5. Keep the graveyard popped out just for the sake of seeing what we've got going on, because we do have the Primal Fissure. No discard. You may put a counter on the Pressuring Ghoul. Aspect at the end. Aphanize Reveler. Alrighty. So it's going to be Ghoul swinging in for 3 because of Aspect. But they are empty-handed. Oh, they rolled Chaos before attacking, so they don't get to untap their... Oh no, we Planeswalk. That's what happens here. Right, 6 is Chaos. Asking for me to click the button. Planeswalk. Gold Peak Gateway. So we are officially... Oh. We are officially pledging. That is honestly a little scary. This is maybe the worst one for me to give my opponent here in this matchup. Penwrath, yeah. So they're just going to get one of their creatures +2/+2 every turn? That's not frightening. They rolled a 1 again. We don't even stick around here? Alrighty. Opponent is asking me to spin to the next plane. Ruins of Paro Katsang. Oh, lordy. That is devastating. So each player discards a card, sacrifices a creature, sacrifices a land, and loses 3 life. I lose 4 because of Aspect of the End. I sacrifice Unflinching Titan. I'm going to discard a forest and sacrifice the Nascent Light Vein. Understandably, our opponent keeps pressuring Ghoul. I take 3. Well, I'm glad I kept the Unspeaking Titan and let this have a counter, because... Or I'm glad I kept a card to let this have the counter, because I would have lost this Unspeaking Titan to Ruins of Paro Katsang and been in a really bad position with a 4-mana 3/2 flyer that, yeah, could block pressuring Ghoul, but not particularly meaningfully, especially when I lose my 4th land. I may play a card from a graveyard when I roll Chaos, so please show me a 6. I will draw that Judge Jury Executioner. Just going to take the free roll. Oh, so close to a 6. I think this is a scary enough situation here. I'm going to go ahead and take another roll. So part of why I wanted to roll first is if I roll, I can pay 3 life for Ruins of Paro Katsang if I get Chaos, get back Unflinching Titan, put the Nascent Light Vein into play, have it untapped, and then Judge Jury Executioner the pressuring Ghoul. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, so I can keep it from hitting me for a turn, but it's not a permanent solution. As it stands, though, I am going to pay a green. Take another shot at it. 3. Rough. All right. Hold on. Did they took 3. They sacrificed. I think they did not sacrifice a land to Ruins of Paro Katsang. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and Unspeaking Titan here. Just stun that for a turn. Fortunately, Ruins do not spell charge when you are spending mana to Planeswalk, so our opponent can't guarantee that that is what they do. But do not like my position. Them drawing any removal spell, 2 or 3 mana removal, 1 or 2 mana removal spell they can use. They're rolling, they whiff. Don't want them to get a 6 here. Them getting a 6 is devastating. And they hit the removal spell for Unspeaking Titan, so they're just going to kill it. Yup. That does mean they're not spinning more for trying to get off of Ruins of Paro Katsang or trying to get Chaos. I really need to get Chaos here, I think. I will draw Grassroots Campaigners. not really a solution in terms of trying to get out of this long term. Just confirming, we do not believe Ward works with Spell Charge, thankfully. But that is a Final Fate in our opponent's graveyard, which is going to be a little annoying. Roll a d6. 5 again. Am I more pressed to try and roll for, like, getting back on Speaking Titan at this point? Or am I more pressed for just getting Grassroots Campaigners in play to be in this game? I think I need to just be in this game. And I'm just going to make Vishanki Incorporated. Because land drops making treasures is really important right now. So I am not getting super lucky on the d6 rolls. We've had chaos happen once each game. Did not matter this game. Do not like seeing our opponent tap 3. Oh, Kakamanti's Circle is super rough here. They are going to whiff on Ruins, which is good. So swinging Pressuring Ghoul and Aspect at the end, that is 4+1 for 5. We can block the Aspect at the end. We still take 1 and the gain 1, but that does not see the Aspect at the end. I think we just need to take the block here. So yeah, Kakamanti's Circle is rough right now. I think I'm legitimately at a point right now where I will, actually not even, like, unquestioningly, if I could roll Chaos, I'm getting back a Chromagoyf for 2 life, because that meaningfully blocks the zombie token, and it's a 3/3 with Vishanki Incorporated currently. Untap, upkeep, draw. That is a swamp, so we can clear the Pressuring Ghoul here, no matter what. Come on. Oh my god, the 5s just keep coming. Yeah. Exile Pressuring Ghoul. And we pass. This is all sorts of harrowing right now. They roll a 3. They hit a land. Looks like they are... Oh, they're just going to pump with the... Oh, no! They're just going to pump the zombie token. We take 4. Ugh, and Kakamanti's Circle is just going to be threatening to kill us pretty swiftly. We untap, we draw. Unspeaking Titan is big here. I think at this point, with how low we are on life, if I hit Chaos, I have to choose a land. What is with the 5s? It's so weird. Gonna pay 2 here for Unspeaking Titan on this. Pressuring Ghoul doesn't outright kill us. If we hold back, they can just equip the Menace Gadget, so there's no point in holding back there. Yeah, there is no point in holding our Judge, Jury, Executioner back. I'm going to pay to just equip the Flying Gadget to Unspeaking Titan and go to combat, swing with the Judge, Jury, Executioner. Because we do have to kill them. That is very important. We cannot just sit around and wait for them to win, or wait for us to win. We do have to kill them eventually. Opponent whiffs on the roll, tapping a swamp, rolling a 6. No, they get chaos. We've had so many 5s. Choose target card in a graveyard. What are they targeting? I have to imagine it's the Aspect of the End. Yeah. Aspect of the End comes out. They pay 2 life to get that. They're rolling again. They get the 5. Swamp is land for turn. Putting a Menace Gadget on the zombie. So we cannot block that right now. We could. We can block it if we make a Golem with Unspeaking Titan. Untap. Draw. Forest's not great. Roll a d6. We can no longer cast a 2-drop off of Ruins of Parokot Song because Aspect of the End just kills us. 2 is a whiff. Okay. Target card in a graveyard. I'll play this Nascent Light Vein. It is play a card that this turn. I will play this Nascent Light Vein on actually asking if I can target the Primal Fisher instead, just confirming with opponent. Opponent is saying they're saying yeah. All right. Might not matter. This Kakamanti's Circle trigger takes us to 1 this next turn. So I just need my opponent to not see that they can Final Fate my creature to kill Judge, Jury, and Executioner. They roll 1. We go to a new plane. Skycrest Estates. Oh no. I needed them to not go here. I think that does kill me, because now they get to Penwrath Insurgency, buff their zombie twice. Final Fate super kills me here, by the way, because it also animates Aspect of the End. They are paying 5. Oh, they rolled to try and trigger something on Skycrest Estates. Well, I'm doing this before blocks. So I'm not fully out of it yet. They didn't see the line that auto kills me. We will untap, upkeep, make a treasure, and draw an Unyielding Titan. which doesn't block the zombie. I should have cracked the Primal Fissure anyways, but I'm just so tunnel visioned. Yeah. So what's going to happen here is we Unyielding Titan. Wait. We're not just dead. Lands drop. Unyielding Titan. Take out their removal spell in their graveyard. Use Unspeaking Titan. Make a Golem. Block with Unyielding Titan plus Golem token. Kill the zombie. We're in this. Play the forest. Unyielding Titan. Ooh. So notably, the Primal Fissure did not meaningfully change things yet, because Nascent Lightbane would just be on black right now. But they said, not gonna lie, forgot that was there. I was hoping you had. Yeah. Unyielding Titan may save it, because that being another golem means we can make a golem token with Unspeaking Titan, block, kill the zombie, go to 1. If they have a way to animate Aspect at the end, we're still dead, but this is our shot. This is our one clean chance here. And it is because we are on Skycrest Estates at the start of our turn, because we got to do all of this. Oh boy. Passing the turn. This does not feel great. I would much rather be in the position of having Unspeaking Titan right now. I would much prefer the third Unspeaking Titan. Oh, counter on one of your creatures. Or sorry, yeah, let's walk. Alrighty. Okay, they got it. Test site Syzygy. Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, god damn it, and now their zombie survives. You've gotta be kidding me. Oh, that is utterly gut-wrenching. And now they get to swing for 8. Oh my god. And of course, the worst part of all of this is if they had Pressure and Ghoul right now, if they'd taken Pressure and Ghoul from instead of Aspect at the end, we would just be dead. They rolled a 3. They're paying 2. Wait, they're paying 2? Because they didn't activate Penwrath, we get to kill their zombie. Did we just stabilize the board? Nope. Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad for us. Untap, upkeep, make a treasure, we draw. Herald of Awakening. Not the worst. Roll a d6. Come on. So many fives. Uh Lower Techian. Oh, that is tragic. So Lower Techian, whenever a player draws or discards a card, that player loses 1 life. When chaos ensues, each player with fewer than 7 cards in hand draws equal to the difference. Then we planeswalk. That would have been really good for us to hit when Confidant mattered, but Confidant did not show up in time for it to have mattered with Lower Techian anyways. The point at the end. I'm not sure if Turn to Nyx actually does a whole lot for us here. Like, it's not terrible. I'm taking Judge, Jury, and Executioner out. That did not feel very good there. It was nice to get around Kakamanti's circle, but it's clunky. I want Chronicle of Extinction. I just want the like hard sweeper. This is the first time we've seen a very land-light hand that I can actually keep. Cityscape lets us pitch something we don't care about. We got Final Fate Chronicle Campaigners. We might just pitch the Herald. Planeswalking to Rio Mancuna. Oh, player casts a permanent spell that shares no card types with a permanent they control. We draw a card. So I may crack the Cityscape. Here's the thing. I can roll and then crack Cityscape in response, because you can't respond to the die roll, but you can respond to the trigger. But I also kind of don't think I care about being here. I could just Herald of Awakening, draw a card. In fact, gonna go to main 1. Life Vein on blue. So I can cast the Herald of Awakening next turn and then Cityscape. They do not try and spin. I'm cool with that. We untap. We draw. Unflinching Titan. Very good. We're going to go ahead and Herald of Awakening. We do not share any types with this, so we will draw. We pick up an island. We will draw another Light Vein and pitch the island in hand. And just play a Cityscape. And I don't even think I want to roll for Chaos here, because it is ultimately... I'm fine staying on Rio Mancuna. I don't think I care about leaving here. If our opponent kills our 2/2, we just get to draw another card when we cast another creature. Don't like that their Confidant draws them a card, but that's just the nature of the thing, right? It's Pitch Nation Light Vein. View library. Go ahead and get Swamp to play, Forest to hand. Pass to us, untap, draw another Chronicle of Extinction. We are going to do some nonsense today. Unflinching Titan. Top one card. We're going to put a Primal Fisher into our graveyard and get that back with Unflinching Titan. I'll just pitch the Grassroots Campaigners. Pulling the Herald, it looks like. Pulling the Unflinching Titan. So many arrows. Yep, they draw off of Confidant. Titan is a 2/2. I'm just going to take this block and take one. This makes Unflinching Titan a 3/3. Alrighty. We untap, we draw. Another Primal Fisher. Just gonna Final Fate this. I'm just gonna pass. So Unflinching Titan's now a 4/4. Gonna require a little bit of work for them to kill Unflinching Titan here. Unless, of course, they just slam like a Common Tease Circle. That's gonna like instantly shrink Titan down to a 1/1. Aspect of the End is going to draw them card with Rio Mancuna. One of the downsides to killing their creature. But they didn't have any artifacts, so Rio Mancuna only generates so much value. Rooftop Slink is a downside here. Mancuna is going to keep them with the engines rolling a bit. And notably, Unflinching Titan, down to a 1/1. That's not great. Crack here. View library, go get a swamp. Pass to our turn. Upkeep, just gonna crack. Go get another swamp. And draw. Forest. I'll keep the Final Fate in hand. Is it great that I keep giving them chances to roll with Rio Mancuna? Not really. Maybe I should roll. I'm only going to take the one roll, though. I'm going to start making Golem tokens with Unflinching Titan. This just makes us sacrifice a non-token creature. Oh, we just lose 2? Um, yeah, I think I'm just fine to lose 3 here. God, Rio Mancun is actually really good when you're a creature deck that just keeps getting your creatures removed, huh? I underrated Rio Mancuna, but that is scary. I should have been rolling this whole time, trying to get out of here. That is fully on me. But yeah, we have just picked off our opponent's creatures one after another, and they are clawing back into this full grip in the process. We kept Final Fate Chronicle. We've drawn a second Chronicle, and it's just like I feel like these aren't going to do a whole lot to help us take care of this problem. We do have some. Oh yeah, when it enters Titan Ties to state-based actions. Yeah, I would do the thing. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's rough. Oh my god, another aspect at the end. Wait, why wouldn't you cast the aspect at the end first? Um, no. I don't want to take 4. Okay, they are trying to roll as well. Untap, draw, Deep Life Cavern. Good that we have a forest. Um, don't love that, but kind of just have to do it. Rolled a 2. Rolled a 4. Rolled a 5. Yeah, this has not been very kind to me. Yeah, I should have been trying to get off of Rio Mancuna this whole time. That is a mistake on my part. I got 1 draw off of it, and I should have been rolling away the moment it stopped drawing me a card. Um, but it does not. Oh, Commenty Circle. I get to draw off of both of those. We get to make a zombie token. Every Commenty Circle trigger pings us for 3. We get hit for 6 here. And yeah, we die if we flashback Chronicle to wipe their board now. Yeah, we're just dead. Good lord. Oh, that was rough. I think one of the things I'm seeing here is I think the basis of this is a deck that functions fully effectively within the current field. Like free uh function effectively outside of the plane chase field. It's just a deck that folks have been really scared to try, especially with the dominance of like grindy mid range. Man, that was debilitating. Oh, I left the game without actually conceding. Oh, the game doesn't exist anymore. Oh well. Alrighty. So yeah, that is the end of rounds 2. That was a rough beating. Very exciting game 1, and then some suboptimal plays. I'll call it as it is. But yeah, mono black aggro. It's pretty spooky. There's a reason the only match mono black aggro has lost so far this GP is to mono black aggro. So we'll see what the future holds for us in round 3 of this GP. And in the meantime, I am busy toiling away at the set review. We have the announcement for the new sets. I'm going to be coy here and say if you're really curious to know what it is ahead of the set review, go ahead and pop your head down into the description below, join the Discord, check out all the hype around the 2 new sets coming into Revolution. For the first time, a double feature rotation. Try and get your opportunity to really dig through all of that. Otherwise, if you really want to, just bide your time, be patient. I am working on the set review. It's gonna be a big one, folks. There are over 400 cards I have set aside to talk about. It is a monumental task ahead of me. So it might take a little bit to get that up, but it is headed your way soon. I can promise you that. Until then, hope you all take care, and I'll see you in the Revolution chat.